The economy is changing, it's shifting. You only need to look in the papers or hear the radio this morning even in terms of the steel manufacturing and what's happening in our country, but what's happening globally. The mining boom, some of the shines come off that. That brings some challenges. We are increasingly being part of a globalised economy, more and more every day. Now, there are things that people could find really frightening about that, but in the innovation space and in the small business space, this is exciting news because it creates, all those challenges create huge opportunities. Huge opportunities. You just have to be in a space where you allow yourself to be innovative. Now, people think innovation is all about big ideas, big changes, huge disruption. It is part of that. But it's also everyday innovation. I had a great definition that was given to me very early in the piece, that innovation is really just ideas into action. Ideas into action. And so right now, with all of these converging issues happening across the world and across our own economy in Queensland, we've got some big challenges that can create big ideas that if we put them into action, then we'll have huge innovation happening right here. So for those of you who have come as small business operators, this is an exciting time because really for Queensland, small business is the engine room of our economy. This is where a big focus is going to be for our government this year and beyond, we hope. But you're going to hear a lot of news about small business from our government because we see it as an absolute, staple focus of what we need to be doing in terms of growing our economy, diversifying our economy. For those of you who are from not-for-profits, and I got to speak to a few people from not-for-profit organisations, and I was sharing how I used to work for Australian Red Cross before I did what Kim did and put my hand up and had a go at something. And today, I guess, is another opportunity because you get to put a little bit of your heart and a little bit of your head together in terms of how do you create sustainable services for people who are often the most vulnerable in our communities, who may be able to contribute to the economy in different ways to what they have been in the past. So you've got a bit of a mix in the room today as I understand it. You've got small business, being part of that engine room of our economy, and not-for-profit organisations who are changing the way that we deliver and sustain services in our community. So for today, to be able to have a listen to how people might be able to help you take your great idea and turn it into action, I encourage you to just soak it up, take every possible opportunity to ask questions and find new ways to cut through. Because, like I said, right now there are massive challenges in our economy. There are challenges in our own community. Those of you who live in Logan know the challenges every day, and what we have to help each other with. So inside of that are some great possibilities, great potential for business opportunities. That's not capitalising on the bad luck of others. That is creating innovation as we speak. That's what it's about. So for our government, we've been focused on innovation through our Advanced Queensland initiative. It's a $180 million initiative that is totally dedicated to ensuring that we get great ideas that can turn into action. It's interesting being here in the university where it's a bit of a symbol of how great we've been in this state in terms of our research, in terms of our commitment to that kind of work. But we haven't been great in turning that research or those great ideas into action, into actual commercial opportunities. So that's why the Advanced Queensland Initiative is looking at great research, great ideas, and how we get those great ideas into actual commercial opportunities that can feed our economy into the future, that can diversify our economy, prepare us for what's on the horizon. So today you get to hear a whole heap of information from services, but also there are some great opportunities in the Advanced Queensland space. And if you go to the website at www.advancedqueensland.qld.gov, I think there's some information here somewhere. You'll see a whole heap of grants, a whole heap of funding opportunities where we are supporting small business entrepreneurs, innovators, to take that idea and then travel over the valley of death, as they call it, into the commercial space where we could create not just a business for one person, but hopefully businesses that can employ many more people into the future. We know that just a small investment in small business, a small investment in innovation can have huge impacts on our economy as we go forward. So I guess today, thank you for putting your hand up, bringing your great idea here. What I wanted, I guess, as a call of action is to keep putting your hand up. You know, the way that Ken put his hand up for his particular passion and that he continues to do in his small business, in his not-for-profit organisation. But continue to put your hand up, bring your ideas, generate that excitement about new ideas, how you look at the challenges in a different way. Because it's that kind of thinking that is going to make all the difference in terms of our economy going forward.